Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Great. Thank you. Sorry, some technical problems. Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, tell us about yourself, your experience, and what role you currently play in communicating with clients.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah. Hi, my name is Odi, and I'm co-founder of MGL and head of corporate services here. Before now I can say founding MGL, I was management consultant at McKinsey, the best consulting firm in the world. And there I have learned a lot how to work with clients, how to be productive, and how to make the best strategies, make the smooth mergers and acquisitions. And I think the best skill I have learned is that how to make this approach, client-first approach. And I think that was a synergy between me and Ivan, because I knew how to work with the clients, with the client-first approach. And Ivan is one of the best sales people that I know, that make sales not just because of the sales, but when he sees that we can bring the value to the client. And if we can't bring the client, we just say it openly. So that was the synergy between us, that he is a kind of lead generator, and I'm working with the clients after they kind of decide to work with us. And now I'm a head of corporate services. What I do at a company, I think I already answered. I kind of control all the processes with the client, whether it's getting the license, opening the company, getting the bank account, or merging, or like to going to different geos. So I kind of oversee all these processes and interact with the client only when it's a very complicated question or very complicated case. So I will be there.
And can you explain what happens after a client decides to work with MGL?
Yeah, sure. Let me first say 3 principles that we have when working with a client, and then I will go to the whole process. So there are 3 main principles that we teach all our corporate managers. The first principle is that efficiency. What I mean with that is that client chooses the platform where we will communicate, whether it's messengers like Telegram or WhatsApp or WeChat, or it's email. Sometimes they can choose even 2 platforms. So they choose that. This is the first thing in efficiency. The second thing in efficiency is that we do everything we can for the client, whether it's filling out the forms, doing the policies, building their like business plan, anything that we can do, anything like apart from their personal documents or like corporate documents, if they have already a company, we do that for themselves. Because the main issue that we saw when client coming to us after working with other agents is that it takes so long for them to kind of figure out what to say, what to write, how to kind of build that policy. And it takes sometimes, it's good if it takes 1 week for the client to do everything for themselves, but mostly it's 1 or 2 months. So that's why we decided that we do everything for them. And this is a super efficient, and we do that in 1 business day after we get all the documents from them. Second principle is that time efficiency, because we have for each client, we have their corporate manager that sits in the chats, in the email, to kind of answer almost immediately. Mostly we answer in the next several minutes and less than an hour, so that the client has the opportunity, for example, to translate the document if it's needed, to kind of change the document, get a new one, or simply just get the answer to their question very quickly, and kind of act after that. And the third principle is problem solving. Most of our clients is like very complex. It seems very easy, like to get the license, to open the company, but all of our clients, we have Now MGL has, I think, more than 40 with the licenses, and with the companies and with bank accounts, it's I even don't know how many there. And every case is different. In every case, their own difficulties, their own requests, their own kind of questions, and different situations that we need to solve. And we always problem solve for them and with them, say. So they are the main three principles. And how it looks like as a process is that after, as I said, like after the client chooses the platform, we do the group chat there. For example, it's a Telegram. We do the group chat in a Telegram where will be all the people from the client side, and from our side, mostly it's Ivan, me, and one or two corporate managers to work with the client. So me and Ivan, we just oversee all the processes in order to kind of just to be aware that everything is good, because all the clients are our responsibilities. After that, the corporate manager sends all the requirements, or what we need from them, all the, for example, if there's the best example, I think the reference letter from a lawyer or accountant, for example, yes. So we send the example how that letter should look like, and we just write all the requirements. So we kind of meet and greet, send all the requirements, and say, if you have any questions, feel free to ask here, or we can make the call. So with that starts all the communication, and it starts back like communication between the client. They send the documents, they ask the questions, we answer, we check the documents, and as I said, everything happens like in the next minutes. They send us something or ask something. After we have all the documents, in one business day, we create all the forms, policies, and business plan, and anything needed depending on the license or depending on the procedure, and send them for clients' review. Because we already, because we kind of have this process of getting to know the client, their project, what they need, and all these custom things, let's say, clients always agree with what we have written for them, and they just sign it. They sign it, the next day they send us back scanned documents, and we are ready to apply for anything needed for them. And after they apply, after we apply, it's we just wait, and we're very proud of this. We have 100% success rate, no matter what, no matter like what the procedure is, we have 100% success rate. And we send, whether it's a license or any other thing that client is getting with us, to them. And mostly our interaction doesn't end there, but it ends the first phase, I would say, of working with a client. After that, mostly clients come up to us and request some other services.
Thank you very much. And before we go further, I just want to leave a kind reminder to our participants that you can leave a comment, any of your thoughts or questions in a special comment place under the live session in our Telegram channel. Just any of your questions you want to ask Odi. And let's move to the next questions. What will be done with the client during the work process, like the whole process?
We will kind of love and adore them, of course, and despite that, we will work with them to get whatever they need, because we always, as I said, like we have a problem-solving approach. So anytime we can, not anytime, like we mostly ask them questions: what's going on with your project? What help do you need? And what we are also proud of, we help clients to solve their problems or like questions not related to the service that they have kind of purchased. and we do it for free. For example, to find the best payment provider, so to find game providers or any, I would say that these are the most common questions, but the questions might be very, very different and complex. So we do brainstorming for them on the background, and we come up with some ideas for them to kind of to think about and to go further. And also because we are always in the center of iGaming, like Ivan has a great network. I have an Ioana, our great CBDO. We always know what's happening, and we can suggest or like advise them that, listen, we know that you work in those locations, yes, in those countries. There is this is happening, this is changing. Just be aware of this. So we're always in contact, we're always communicating, and we always want to help clients to grow their project and to be like sustainable, to have sustainable project.
So how does the relationship with the client evolve after they get their online gaming license? What other needs might they come to you with?
Different. Most we have clients that requested us to get another license for their different project. Mostly it happens with the big brands. Like where there is a big brand, like very known. We can't tell the names because we have NDAs with them, but they have sub brands, and they got the first license as a trial with us, and they come to us like mostly like 2 times now we have. The second time they're coming, and they say like, okay, we have the second project, we need the license, can you get, like, let's do that. So we work with them to get the license. The second, I think the most popular 2 services is that opening the bank account, because without license you can't do that. And after they get the license, we're happy to offer to assist opening bank account, because we have all the documents they need, because we know the whole project, so we can minimize their participation in order to get this. So they have, again, efficiency first. Open bank account, and also the structure, their corporate structure. So they have one offshore company, they have, for example, another company, it might be in Asia, for example. So they need structuring the full corporate structure with their European company, license holder company, and everything. So we help with that. I think these are the second most popular services they ask, but they might be different. They might be very, very different. Now we're working with a client with an Asian client that doesn't know mostly anything about Europe, how to scale to Europe, how to open the entity, hire people, and open the full company like in Europe. So it depends on whatever client needs, whatever their project needs.
So the cooperation never really ends.
Yes, and we're happy with that. Sometimes it ends. I mean, like if there is if it's a startup and they just needed the license, like the company, the bank account, they just work on it, and we're there to help them to navigate and to be sustainable. But 80% of our clients, I think, are big brands or the sub brands of the big brands. So they always have something coming up, new operations, new sub brands, new structures, mergers and acquisitions. We do that too. It's mostly that does Iran, but yeah, they have such kind of requests too. So we're always on something with clients.
So how often do clients come back after getting the license, after the deal? Like 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, maybe 10 of 10?
If they need it, we're saying if they need it, because we want them to be sustainable, it's 10 out of 10. It never happened that we provide them some service and they went to another agent to get another service. Never happened, and I'm so happy with that.
So maybe you will share some advice how to make them come back?
Yeah, sure. For another agents, right?
Yes,
Yes.
but maybe
I think
maybe
these are, no, I'm happy to share. I'm happy to share. There is no secret. I posted on LinkedIn our principles. I talk about this a lot. I want iGaming to evolve. I think these are the main three principles that I told. First is efficiency. Second is real-time communication. Third is problem solving. All of these three together is, I would say, the client-first approach. What is client first? We need to help them. We need to solve their problem, even it's not related to what service they bought from us. We need to be there for the client, and we need to be there genuinely, so they can see that, so they can feel that, and after that they will come back. And I think this is the best partnership that you can have. This is a sustainable partnership also for us as an agency.
And what is the first step of getting the license? How do potential clients can start the process of getting a license with MGL with us?
Yeah, great question. More like detailed. First, to get, if they don't have the company, we open the company, and for that we just require to fill out questionnaire and to send us the utility bill and the passport. This is it. The company is ready. While Belize company, by the way, is ready in 1 day with us. Sometimes even the same day. If we have these documents and the question and the answers for the questions, for example, today's morning, clients sometimes have the company ready in the evening. So after the company is ready, or while we're waiting for the company, we're waiting also for other documents from the clients. It might be letters from the lawyer accountant, it might be bank statement, policy certificate, some provider agreements, domain ownership approval, and all the things depending on what I'm telling, for example, about the license. So whatever the requirements is, we are waiting for those documents. After we get any of these documents, we check for, like, we have a checklist of the requirements that the licensor has. And most licenses, by the way, for example, Anjouan or other like jurisdictions, they change time by time their requirements. So we look at their documents, we check, and we give it feedback if something needed to be changed. And this is a process how it happens, and we get one by one the documents, and we answer their questions by one by one. We ask them questions, and the time we have everything ready from their side, I mean documents, again, the same day or the next day, I mean 24 hours, we send policies, business plan, forms, everything ready for them to review, sign, and that's it. So next day we have everything. When we say, this was actually my post today on LinkedIn, when we say it takes mostly 2-3 months to get the license, yes, or 3-4 months depending on the license, mostly we say this is about how much time it takes for the client from our practice to gather all the documents needed. And from us, it's only 1 business day to provide everything needed. I hope I answered your question clearly.
Yes, I was just wondering, 1 day registration, 1 day company incorporation sounds amazing. And how is that possible? As I know, it usually takes a week or even more.
I mean, like, yes, so of course, Costa Rica, for example, takes longer, Cyprus takes longer, but for example, Belize, I think we are the only company that can provide such kind of service for Belize. Mostly it takes several days, sometimes a week. But we found the best agents in Belize that sits there, and we have direct, again, communication with them. They have the best client service, and we have with our client. So we found them, and we are at really great partnership with them. So I think they put our request maybe on the first place. I don't know, but we have such kind of service from them. Sometimes even the same day, but mostly it's the next day. 1 day for incorporation.
Okay, I just got it. 1 day company incorporation possible only with MGL.
Right. 1 day incorporation in Belize. No, I would say that Belize incorporation in 1 day or the same day with MGL. I love it, how it sounds.
It sounds amazing. By the way, maybe our participants has some questions. I see one comment. Yes. What will happen about B2B Curaçao for game providers if they use B2C now? They should get a new one or renew the license, I guess. Do you want to repeat the question?
Yeah, I think I can just read it myself.
Okay.
What happened about B2B Curaçao for game providers? They use B2C now. They should get a new one or renew. I think this is the question for Ivan, but from what I know, it's that they need B2B. It's not about like if you're the provider, then you need a B2B. If you have B2C and B2C license, but you're not a B2C operator, you're B2B. At some point, Curaçao will come to you and see that, and I would 100% suggest to get the B2B one.
Yes, and we also have another question by David. He have joined recently.
Yes, I mean incorporation possible in 1 day. It's in Belize, which is mostly as a acts as a license holder company. I think we have 60 or 70% of our clients have Belize company as a license holder, and others they have Costa Rica, British Virgin Islands, Nevis. Depends on what they want. But Belize, yes, 1 day, sometimes same day.
Any questions?
Yeah, I see there's someone is typing. Okay, nothing.
No, David asking which country?
What?
Which country? Belize.
Yes, Belize. I can write you here. Belize, right.
This is the country in the Central America. Yes.
Yeah, very
exactly.
beautiful country. Good. Do we have any other questions? Thank you, David.
Yeah, one more question. How much does it cost to get Anjouan license from now? From the start to the end?
From the start to the end. Okay, as I said, I'm not a salesperson. I work with the clients after. Let me check, because I even don't know the price. But I'm checking. This is how it works, So we have 3 packages. I see that we have 3 packages. The first, the package is a basic one. It costs 6,000, and there is a company incorporation. Everything is included except that we do everything for you, but we check all the policies, the business plan, everything that you do. We check all the documents that you do. We check. Second package, the most popular one is all-inclusive that I was talking about, is that where you just provide your own personal documents and we do everything on the background. And the day you provide the last personal document, everything, all other documents are ready for you. So this is the all-inclusive, and it costs 9,500. And the last package, we have VIP, which costs 30,000. It's to work with me. It's when I will be your corporate manager, not someone else, but only me, and I will be working with you personally. But I can say that in all-inclusive package, I'm also there. I'm just kind of look how everything goes, but you have another corporate manager that answers all your day-to-day questions.
And by the way, on our website, you can find updated landing page about Anjouan license. I will just send you in the comments. And there is absolutely ultimate information about the license, about the entity, licenses, timeline, and more.
Yeah. We are always very transparent. We want to be transparent because we see that the industry lacks transparency. And you can always contact me or Ivan or Joanna to get the offer. We are always happy to talk and send it to you and explain what is included and how the work will look like with us. Any other questions that we have? Yeah, I think, David, I answered your question, right? I hope that it's clear.
I think
three
so.
Packages. Yeah, three packages. Everything is included. Entity, license. And by the way, also, when applying to the license, to any license, the corporate documents need to be either certified or with apostille, or if it's for example, Costa Rica and documents are in Spanish, they need to be translated and certified with a certified translator. And we're really proud that everything is included in our package. There are no hidden fees. We don't do incorporation for you and then assisting with the license, and then we ask you, okay, we need to certify these 5 documents. You need then to apostille them, then you need to translate them, and all these documents will cost you mostly from 100 to 300 we see that agents do, but here everything is included. So you don't think about documents, if corporate documents, when you work with us. Okay, what do you think about the development of iGaming industry in the near future? Oh, it develops really fast, and I love this industry. And I think I moved from consulting, that also very dynamic, to iGaming, because I think iGaming is even more dynamic. And so what we see is that from service provider side, all the level of the service will only increase, because now people come, and those people who are in the industry that know what service they want and they know how everything works, they will not go to those who will just sell them that everything will be great, because this is not the case, but they will go to those that can explain how everything will look like. This is the reality. This is what is needed from you. This is what you will get from us, and this is the time frame. So transparency, I think, will evolve. The level of the service will be better. From the provider side, game providers, platform providers, and everything, they are evolving very fast, and I see how they're changing their structures first, and second, of course, AI. Everything is now around AI, and we have a great request from one of the biggest, I think, players in the world, the open company. Open company, they have some shares and all the things. They want to acquire another company that has AI system. I can't say their request. I think it's also under the NDA, but it's very, very AI related. Ask from them. So we're looking for the company. So if you know a company that that works with AI, that they implemented AI really, I would say, in the right way, because you can implement some chatbot, and this is not that you have AI in your project, in your company. So if you know something, or if you have such kind of company, just DM me. We'll be really happy, and we can work with you, kind of to explore what we can do if that company needs some investments, or they are looking for to be merged with another big company. So yeah, I think AI thing is the second thing that comes to the provider side. Do you have any other questions? Yeah, Christina?
I just want to say thank you for your answer and ask for another questions.
Yeah. Can you tell me the last part? I think I misunderstood.
I said I just want to bring our participants to answer the questions. Not answer, ask the questions.
Okay. Let's wait for a couple of minutes if there are any other questions. But other than that, thank you for the questions. They're very smart. And I think these questions helped us to show how we work on the background, because I think this is everything that happens on the front with sales and everything. This is very clear, but it was a bit of mysterious what happens behind and why clients choose us.
No more questions for now, I guess. It was very clear. Yeah, thank you, Odi, for this fantastic conversation. And our next live stream will take place next week on our channel. So stay tuned for updates. We will bring you up.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining.